You gotta be the most fucking ignorant person in the world to think that Sam Harris, the West Coast yoga-doing, meditating liberal, is a jackbooted Nazi, okay? And I make no claim about myself, but you gotta know nothing to say that. You gotta have not seen anything, or been anywhere, or read anything. Unless what you're trying to do is to clear out the decent liberal ground, okay? And that's what some people are trying to do. I see it all the time at the moment. It's like, we want to get rid of the voices who are plausible, so we'll make totally illegitimate claims about them being Nazis, fascists, white supremacists, and so on, in the hope that we'll throw enough mud at them that they're no longer in the debate. I say, again, you have no imagination of where this goes. Because if you've heard people, this is another thing we've all seen all the time. When the mainstream media can run roughshod over somebody's entire life and career, and you see it happen, you become very doubting about the next times you see it happen with people who you don't know about. And one of my things about this is that if you've heard 99 people illegitimately described as Nazis, it's highly likely that you won't believe the 100th time somebody calls somebody a Nazi, and it's possible the 100th time it's a proper Nazi. I saw this once in London, I won't go on. I saw this once in London at a debate where a really stupid person I knew was sitting beside me in a debate, and somebody stood up and asked a question. And another friend of mine, who was a Labour MP at the time, said, "It's the Nazi lady." Okay. It was somebody who I won't name, but a friend of David Irving's, this person he pointed to. I read a piece by this really stupid person in the Telegraph 2 days later saying, "It's appalling. Everyone's calling each other Nazis these days when they disagree." No, she is a Nazi. She actually is a Nazi. But it was like, she'd heard it so many times that she didn't believe it when somebody said, "Oh no, that's the well-known Nazi." And that's sort of where we are. And it worries the hell out of me. I mean, the continent I'm from, we've got some Nazis around, okay? They're like, a Golden Dawn in Greece is about as thuggish a fascist street movement as you can get in 21st century Europe. If you claim that there's basically no difference between Golden Dawn and Sam Harris,
I think the only thing I'm tempted to add nothing, but there's one thing that ties to your question, and no offense to Douglas, but I heard him do it, we all do it. But I keep cautioning people against it anyway, even though I'm prone to it, so it's worth getting out there. Argue honestly and stop pretending that you can read people's minds.
yes.
When I'm as pro-choice as you are going to find, I've debated it, I will call the other side anti-choice, and I will demolish their views that I think are actually harmful. But my wife and some of her friends had previously said, the anti-choice people, they just want to control women's bodies, they just want to control sex, they just want to punish women for having a vagina, a uterus, sorry. Boy, I can't believe I got that wrong.
It's not my area.
Yeah. So cheers. And I said, don't do that. What you should do is say exactly what the truth is, which these individuals want to implement policies that would have the effect of controlling sex and making women slaves to their biology, et cetera. That doesn't have to be their motivation. Their motivation could be, we want to make sure that every living thing lives forever. And if you misrepresent what their actual motivation is, they get to dismiss you immediately. In the same way that when Jordan Peterson or somebody tells me that I don't actually not believe a God exists, I get to dismiss them because I know me enough to know that they're wrong about that. And so if you stop pretending you can read people's minds and stop pretending you know what their motivations are, and instead talk about what they're actually doing and the consequences of those actions, I think you will get a lot farther.